Let's give this time to load in here. See if I get any people in here. Before I start, I got some topics here I want to talk about. And we'll go from there. I'll check my audio settings real quick. Make sure everything's tip top. Sound test, sound test. Sounds good. Let's run real quick and grab this. Bad boy on the charge. Sweet. Looking good. Oh, nice. And step on my dang TV remote. That's always good. Let's quit out of that. Okay, I'm 2 minutes in. Try to throw this around a little bit, see if I can entice some viewers. Before I get started here. Reason being, because I mean, I'd like to get other input instead of just drowning this video with just me. So let's click on here. My volume's down. Alright. A little new to this streaming stuff. I want to do this a little more regularly. Find the share button, which would be where? Close out of that. Hold this down, share. Chats. Let's go. You. I know you're asleep, but that's fine. A little bit of dead air right now, but I'll work on it. A lot of fucking people in here. You'd enjoy it. It's a hard pass. wouldn't be bad. Good old comic relief there. That guy'll talk crap any day of the week. Just really throw this bad boy out there. Okay, that's good enough there. Click here one more time. Facebook. Or just post it with no descriptions. Bring back my day book. And get my bearings in here real quick. It's been a while. Oh, that's so bad. Figure out where to go. Drift boys. Drag. Hyper. Drift. Oh, people, watch out. I'm driving here. I'm driving. Look at this guy. What a douche. I think that guy was trying to race, but I literally play this game to play in the GTR and drift around. Oh, what was that? What was that? Oh. Guess I could turn my light on. Show a little light in here, but then it throws a glare on my TV I don't like. Move, guy, move. I feel like these sides here are a little bit too tight for me to. Let me get one solid loop. One solid loop here. Why are you stopped there, bro? We're going, we're going. Look at this guy. This is called the Crew 2. It's like a car game. There's like drag racing, drift, stuff like that. As you can see, you can kind of like customize your car with different things like decals. You can customize it to make it whatever you want. Right now I'm joining in on these little drift tournaments. I chose to play Crew 2 because it's not a very competitive game, and I had a few topics I wanted to touch on once I get a few people in here. Woo! Alright, this is my warm-up. Let's see how I do. Keep it going. Oh, too slow. Maybe first try? Oh no, not doing it like that. Oh, I lost. Damn it. Not first try. Don't hit it, don't hit it. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Nice, come out of that. Ah, I touched. This is one of the hardest fucking drift matches. $30 seconds left. Yeah, what a bust. I didn't even make it half. That's fine. We retry. Not a good run. Not a good first run at all. Let's see, I got a couple people in here. I mean, we can pop off topics if we want. I missed my retry. Let me go back down. Um, so first topic I really wanted to talk about today was really just like how this. I see you in my boy. Like the schools, like we got elementary schools, and you know, teaching our kids about, you know, what gender are you, and gay, and what do you identify as, what's your sexuality. And I don't have kids of my own, but I have a niece, and I just don't feel like those are topics for school, you know, with these young minds and how the world is right now. Like you got TikTok now, where you got these little young kids, young girls and boys, because like right now you really got like boys at a younger and younger age coming out as gay and trans. And I remember being younger, like as a young boy myself, like that was furthest from my mind, you know, like sexuality. Just I wanted to go outside and play. I wanted to play video games. I struggled enough in school as it was, you know, just paying attention, like and I looked at this thing where I was watching this video talking about YouTube's new like parental, not parental, but restrictions and like terms of service, where if like right now I'm streaming on YouTube, that's why I had so much dead air. For the first 15 seconds, if you are uttering cuss words, you know, F-bombs, or it don't even really have to be the first 15 seconds. If you're consistently using vulgar language, they're going to demonetize your video. And the reason why I bring that up is because how can we allow our children to be taught this gay, trans ideology at such a young age? But YouTube, one of the biggest platforms that our kids are using, is saying, oh, cuss words are a no-go. If there's a cuss word in the first 15 seconds, we can't give you no ad revenue. We're not gonna put you in our algorithm. I mean, you might as well, because most cuss words are sexually derived. They have sexual intent, like the F-bomb. You throw an F-bomb, like that's just a topic you don't want to you don't really want to touch with an elementary school student, you know. So where do we draw that line? Where's that line being drawn of being too young? There's a lot of kids being abducted, the sex trade, and just kidnapping, and we have these big platforms now like TikTok, where it's, as a 30-year-old man, I don't feel comfortable even having a TikTok, because I feel like it's meant for kids. And I have knowledge of that. So then you think of like those weirdos I don't want to use any profane language or anything and mess up my vids, but these guys that are, you know, actual predators out here, all they got to do is look on Snapchat, look on Facebook, because all these kids have phones now. All these kids, you know, have a digital presence like that, and it's sick that, man, just a couple of days ago, you got a 6-year-old bringing a gun to school and shooting down a teacher in class, and in the school, like, with intent to go after the teacher. I'm gonna retry that. Running my mouth and not really paying attention, but that's the point of this. I'm diluting the real with a video game. Any viewers got any touches on that? Any feels on how the schools are introducing this sexual pressure on our youth? I personally don't approve. I don't think it's the right way, and it's just something that I don't think is really being addressed properly. Everybody's kind of tiptoeing around because you got this cancel culture where, you know, you speak up on the wrong thing that too many people have a strong mind against, or strong mind for, I should say, and you decide to speak up on it, and now you got the cancel squad after you. That's not very American, I don't feel. That's just, I don't think that's how things should be ran. Social media posts can't be the governing factor of somebody's career. Looks like I lost all my viewers here, but I got 10 seconds and I'll start my next topic. Man, I made this car a long time ago when I was really in this game, and it's a little distracting. All this, all these lights. Next topic. I mean, it really, everything I wanted to talk about kind of goes hand in hand, comes full circle. I talked a little bit about the TikTok thing, and it's weird how like Kia Boys got really big on TikTok, really big on YouTube, and these kids are ruining their lives, you know, behind it. And I mean, that shit was so prevalent, like it was everywhere, like once it was popping, and it just seemed to kind of fall on like the platforms that those were on, like it was there long enough for it to catch on and be viral in a way that everybody knows. You just break the ignition thing, you put a USB cord plug in there. It's a very intriguing trick. I get that. But these platforms are set up kind of for either overnight success, or it can ruin your life overnight. or take a life. You know, you got little kids running around getting into these vehicles. And I know the video that I seen, it was a bunch of black kids. And I don't really want to touch on this too much today, but just our black youth right now just we have this stigma of fear in the eyes of other races. That's just a fact. It's crazy how long that shit was put up there for, and how long. Oh my gosh, come on, you're better than this. You're better. You're better. It's cool. I'm still kind of warming up. I haven't even touched 100K yet, and I'm slipping and sliding. I might need to change some tires or something. All right, moving on. New topic. Still kind of same realm. I don't know if anybody researched about the this whole Logan Paul incident. And for those who don't know who he is, he's this guy that's now boxing Floyd Mayweather and all this nonsense. But he first got famous on like YouTube with his little YouTube videos, and like he had some like a house thing with a whole bunch of controversy with women and things of that nature. Then he had a cryptocurrency scam that kind of came out where he got a bunch of his followers to put money in on this cryptocurrency that some guys had coded together, and then they just tanked it and took all the money. Well, Logan Paul has gotten a lot of success from all that. I mean, he has this prime drink out, you know, like he's merchandising, like I mean, I give it to the man, he's making something of himself. But his recent scandal is back to the cryptocurrency scam. But this one was directed at children, which I just don't approve of. He came out with this this game that was about you can use what is it, Ethereum crypto real money to buy these eggs. You get the eggs and you hatch them and they'll come up as a picture. You get another egg and you'll get another picture of an animal. And you can take those two pictures, you can fuse them together, or you can sell them individually. And his premise was a pretty good premise. You can play this game and make money off of it. But as I said before, it was directed towards children. So you got a bunch of kids, you know, convincing their parents, you know, it's around the Christmas time, you know, and all these kids wanted was these eggs. Well, he got some developers to kind of develop the site, develop this game, and now you have eggs. But all these eggs were just eggs, and they never hatched because the game never was fully developed. So these kids don't really have money. They're getting the money from their parents. But it's like Logan Paul knew the way in was into the parents' pocket was the kids. And I mean, he's kind of getting away with it. You know, and this is the second time he's done some shit like this. Excuse my language. I'm working on it. Where basically he's invented some new cryptocurrency phase, got a bunch of people to invest into it, and then he just tanks it and takes the money. But at this point, I just feel like he's at a place in his career where, is that really necessary? Is that a necessary action for him to do? Like, that's greed. And the internet doesn't really have true laws still. You know, the only real taboo stuff is you got bestiality, you have the R word, you have children stuff. Anybody watching this is y'all know what I'm talking about, but it's YouTube, so I can't really dwell too much into it. So as far as crypto goes, after the Silk Road got shut down, it's basically been fair game, and this Logan Paul guy is just capitalizing on it. But not just him. You also have other social media entities taking advantage of their followers. I can't remember his name off top, and on my list I only had a couple of topics I wanted to talk about tonight. I gotta work tomorrow in the morning, so I won't be on too late. Anyway, he has a bunch of followers on Instagram and, you know, other social media platforms, and he enticed his followers to cash app him some money, $50, $100, and he'd promote your page on his just so you can get some followers. Now, to put anybody on your page is really free, unless you are an entity of magnitude where, you know, it could really make you pop in a way. And from what I hear, he did it for a couple people, but he just took the money from the rest. And I mean, I know I touched on it earlier about this cancel culture. Where's the cancel culture for these people? Where's it? I mean, we're ruining people's careers over like comedians. I'm really into comedians. We ruin careers of comedians over some of the jokes that they say. Bill Cosby's career, and I'm not defending him at all, but is ruined from some allegations from, you know, years ago, which, once again, I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying we have shown the capability to do the right thing when we choose it to be right. This is my last try on this, and I'll go to a different map. I know this is probably boring as hell, watching me do the same map over and over and me fail at it. It's the hardest one, but it was the first one on the list, and I just kind of wanted to warm up. Let me try to get 100K at least, 150K. I'm gonna slow it down. Like I was saying, where's that cancel culture where it's really needed? I mean, we have this guy Logan Paul whose career was made off of his followers, really. You know, I know he put the work in to make his videos and maybe edit them or what have you, but we cannot take away from the fact that he is manipulating his audience, and a lot of his audience is children, and we understand that children are highly manipulative, which brings it back full circle where we have our teachers introducing to these kids at this young age. Oh, come on, 100K. Ah, so close. So close. Do I do it again? Or do I find something else? But yeah, it brings it back full circle to where our kids are being introduced to this. And then we wonder why there's these school shootings. There's, you know, and I'm not blaming it on the teachers at all. I'm just saying we are, as a kid, it's time to be a kid. That's your chance to be that kid. And to introduce them and having them fill out paperwork. I remember the paperwork that I filled out in elementary school. You put your name and date on the top. What gender are you? Do you have a phallus or do you have a cave? Are you male or female? That's it. There's no, what do you identify as? You haven't even hit puberty yet. Let's find this next one. Not even hitting puberty, and we're giving these kids a chance to choose their gender. Once again, I don't take away from the fact that someone being of a certain sexual preference isn't by birth. I'm not against that at all. I have a cousin who, I mean, since he was yay high, like, I knew by his mannerisms, I knew by how he carried himself, you know, what he was going to grow up to be. But everyone in the family allowed him to grow up and be what he chose to be. We didn't entice him into anything. I mean, there was a little picking at him, you know, as he's growing up, which every kid goes through, whether you are a certain orientation or not. I mean, man, I wore glasses at a young age, you know, so like that was a thing with me, you know. I've always been introverted. I'm not a very social person. That's one of the things that was picked on with me. So, I mean, you got to take that. But where we are right now is a little over the top. We can't introduce these kids to this. And for it to be a part of the curriculum means that this is something that's governmentally approved of. And it's common knowledge now that the powers that be, the high tier, the elite of the elite, are into some weird ass shit. Most of the people who are into that, man, I can't say that word, but into younger humans, I'll just say that, into the younger humans, 7 times out of 10 they had some sort of bad interaction with an adult themselves. Like that's not something that you grow up into. But I can't help but feel that approaching this in this way of introducing these kids at this young age, I feel like it's the government's way of making it bite size for it to be acceptable. I mean, they're even changing the P word anymore. Fuck it, I'll say it. Pedophile. They don't even want them to be called pedophile anymore. I think it's like adolescent attracted, or they have some BS word for it right now, or phrase for it. I do not stand behind that. That's taboo. It will be taboo today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. That's taboo. That is an underdeveloped human being. In Atlanta, we've got there's a lot of homosexuality and transsexuality in Atlanta right now, which a lot of the black race considers to be like a black utopia, the black place to be. There is an overabundance of kidnapping of the black race in Atlanta, you know, and a lot of it has been tied to the strip clubs. Okay, I can talk now. What's up, bro? Hey, what's going on, man? I'm just I sent a broad fucking web of invites to my little channel here. A new series I'm trying to start here on my channel. I'm calling it Diluted with Gaming. Real diluted with gaming, where I take some real life topics, real problems in the world, and I play games while I touch on those topics. You know, just dilute the realism a little bit. You missed a little bit already. Where was that? Atlanta. So there's a lot of kidnapping over there in Atlanta, and that's common knowledge. Atlanta, Indiana, and these are, you know, ethnic capitals. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are this is where my people are at. I feel like we have a responsibility to address it. It needs to be addressed more publicly. I said before about this cancel culture. Where's the cancel culture for this? Why isn't there an uproar about this? Why aren't we... It gets talked about a little bit and then it's swept underneath the rug. And then we have the new celebrity thing, right? Paul. I touched school, sexual preferences, Logan Paul, child traffic, TikTok, children influence, cultural growth is my next topic. This is a big one. Big for me anyway. Something I feel passionate about personally. When you look at other races in America or just anywhere, they have a stand, they have an imprint. Their culture has an imprint. Where I live at in Kansas, there's a street. Growing up here young, like, it was just a regular street. I mean, it had some restaurants in it, a couple buildings here and there, some abandoned buildings, abandoned car lots. The Latino race, Mexican race, whatever we're calling them right now, took it over. I'm talking couple grocery stores, their own personal grocery stores. They have restaurants, and this is the same street over about 3 blocks. 3 blocks, same street, where I have came back and forth between here and my hometown a few times now, where I've been able to see the growth of their community. And I mean that, their community. They imprinted themselves in America. They may come here illegally and become legal later, or may never become legal. But I tell you what, they leave a dang imprint. And this is where I talk about my race in particular, where we have a race of people that have been oppressed for years, and when we tried to imprint in America, it was met with violence and explosives on multiple occasions. But we're in an age now where the internet, social media is so prevalent that there's a camera everywhere on every block. But we're in a place where we're also spinning our wheels. We just came out of COVID, right? We come out of COVID. You have people struggling to make it during the COVID time. You have people struggling to make it afterwards. To get back accustomed to where they are. I mean, not just the adults, but the children too. I mean, we had kids taking their classes online. Some of them loving it, some of them hating it, and then having to go back into the classroom whether they liked it or not. Which is fine. But where do we grow from here? Where do we go now? How do we make a change? How do we imprint the USA now? How do we put our imprint on here? Because I'm telling you, the sports industry isn't it. The music industry is not it. We don't own that. There may be a few that own some labels here and there. You might have Kanye who owns his clothing line here. How does that come back? How does that reach down? What I mean by that, when I seen the Mexicans here in Kansas on this one particular street, they renovated these places. I'm talking inside out, the siding, the roofing. You know who they hired to do that? Their own. And they did it. I mean, quick, efficient, looks nice, it's beautiful, inside out. They did that. They built it themselves. They all came together, put their money in. You know where they go shopping? There. You might see them at Walmart for the Christmas gift for the kids, maybe some bulk orders, but I mean, they'll have comforter sets, lamps, clothes, you know, sitting outside on the sidewalks. They have their own infrastructure. They've imprinted on the US. They don't need nobody. When shit shut down for COVID, they wasn't looking for toilet paper. They knew where to get it. We don't have that. As blacks in America, we don't have that. And we're not in the process of getting it. Where do we start the process, though? Where do we get the financing for it? And I was thinking about it. yesterday, and thinking about it, I was like, well, we all don't have the finances. We all don't know who to talk to. But we got a select few. We have the rap industry that literally only have careers because we go to their shows, because we buy their music, because we follow them on their social media platforms, or like we have plenty of black entertainers out here really getting it. And that's power to them, and I do not mean to demean any of their progress or riches, integrity, powering through it to make it there on top. But you're there, and you have enough money to do something with, if that makes sense. And I'm not saying one person. I'm saying we got whole football teams, y'all. We got whole basketball teams. That are making millions. But those millions go to tattoos, gold chains, this car, the rims on the car, this house, this other house. Your homies giving them clothes, the chain. It's not being thrown in the community properly. So I thought about it a little more, and I was thinking about the process. How do you get the process going? Think of your favorite African American celebrity. I'll pick one for myself. If you want, you can comment it. I know I only have one other person in here. I would use K-Dot. I love Kendrick Lamar, but I don't want to use him. Somebody a little more simple. Let's say Kevin Hart. And I'm not saying Kevin Hart doesn't do shit for his people. He probably does. He probably donates to charities and shit of that nature. Some shit the white man more have a hand in than any blacks. I don't know for sure, but I can't deny my mentality on that, my thought process on that. Get the fuck out of my way. So where do you start? We start where the Mexicans started. A farm. With a farm, you get cattle, you get chickens, you get the substance that your people use to live and survive. The butcher that turns that animal into the meat that is packaged in the store. The store that the people of the community rely on for sustenance. We need a black-owned farm. We need black-owned butcher. We need a black-owned store. And then the blacks need to go to what the black owns. Because what that does is that keeps our dollars in our community. That keeps us rising up. When you take your money and you go to Walmart, you go to this Dillon's, you go to Dollar General and you buy your snack from there, you buy your sneakers from there, you buy your soda from there, your ground beef. How does that money come back to your community? As an example, the Mexicans here in Kansas. There's a restaurant right there at the beginning of one of the blocks. At that restaurant, they have a butcher right there connected to the building where a farm owner that they know, I'm looking for another drift race, but that farm owner sells them their meats, and then they cut it there. They cut it up there. And it may not be plastic wrapped with the little thing, like you would get in Walmart, but this is from a farm they trust. Cattle that they trust have been, healthy. To the butcher that the community trusts. To the store that their whole community goes to and puts their money into, so that they prosper. And it comes back full circle to them. We don't have that anywhere. On any platform. For anything. The point I'm wanting to get to is we need to make a stand. We all need to make a stand. Hey, look. I like 2 Chainz. I like Chingy. I like Kendrick Lamar. I like you guys. I love your music. I love what the music says about us. But if that doesn't come back, why am I supporting it? Because it's a dope ass song of them talking about some shit that you can't achieve? Oh, my Rolls Royce, my gold chain, my gold teeth. Just got a Bentley. New $1 million house here. Took a vacation here. I work every goddamn day. I don't have time for no vacation stays here. I'm trying to. How do I get to? It's been so long since I played this game. I don't have time to go out and do this vacation thing. Like. I work my ass off and barely make it from month to month. To be honest. To be real, this is real diluted with the game. It's time for us to start holding us accountable. And that's everybody. We should have our own school system, our own stores to go to, our own banks to invest in. The reason for that is because we've been oppressed for so long. We damn near forget we're still being oppressed. Until somebody shows up on the news dead. And then we're on it for a week. Until the new Megan Thee Stallion album comes out. We're over it now. That was last week's news. We, the little people, we, the minimum wage, the medium wage.
After the bridge, there's a 360 turn. Time to pull up a nice drift.
We have the power. I'm not saying boycott or anything like that. I'm saying, look, Dave Chappelle, I'm not buying none of your goddamn tickets if you're not willing to help and support our community. What I mean by that, I'm not saying fork out $1 million yourself to invest into a farm and to invest into a storefront for that farm, a butcher for that. I'm not saying do it alone. I'm just saying that Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, Kendrick Lamar, y'all have the connections, y'all have the finance. You guys have the ability to move that money around to where you can still eat elegantly, but everybody gets fed as a race. I mean, and I don't want to get on this tangent for too long, but we still paying for internet. We still paying for phone service. Do you guys know that shit should be free? Information is the real infinite energy source. Information is free. When you go get that PlayStation and it says it's got 1-2 terabytes on it, but the one with 1 terabyte is $400, but the one with 2 terabytes is $600, you getting pimped. I have the bare bones PlayStation right now. I'm playing on bare bones PlayStation. And then I forked out $60 for an external, I think it's like 8 terabyte hard drive. And I have all my games on it. Lot of games. Over 200. Information should be free. In Africa, back in the days of the pyramids, when the pyramids were populated by us, the pyramids ain't shit but a big ass energy source. When those archaeologists go in there and they look at those urns, the urns have the same shit in it that's in your AA, AAA batteries. It's a big ass battery. Yes, there were slaves back then. But those slaves were respected a lot better. we're paying for internet. I'm not saying we shouldn't have to pay for the internet service. I'm saying internet should be free. If they have enough servers to mass collect our data, quick little info here on how it works. Your phone bounces to a phone tower, which bounces to another phone tower connected to whatever device you want to talk to, and just bounces back and forth. From there, well, before it gets to the second phone tower, everything about your device, your IMEI, your IME, IMEI is your phone identifier, and then your IME is your actual SIM card, and that's basically it gives enough information for them to be able to that's why it's used against you in the court of law. That's why when you go in, you get interrogated by the police. They sit there and they ask you about all where you've been, your locations, and things of that nature, because they know they can just look at the cell towers and pinpoint, triangulate your exact whereabouts to a pretty close radius. It's basic algebra. It creates a triangle. We are paying for shit right now that over the top, for shit that is only over the top because it's considered to be in demand by us, because us, the people, the little people, consider it to be in demand. We are the demand. We make it. It is what we demand. The powers that be just provide what we demand. And then the price for what we demand. That's enough with that tangent. I can talk forever about the internet and electronics and things of that nature. I'm not going to be on here for too much longer. I got an hour and 10 in. Let's give it another 15, 20. I know I got one person in here. I had a couple of my friends come in and kind of touch base with me. I appreciate you guys. Mandy Clark, Avion Black. Much love. I appreciate the support here. I do plan on making this diluted, real diluted with gaming a thing, because I mean I just feel like there's some topics that need to be talked about that isn't. I feel like a lot of topics, a lot of touchy topics right now aren't even being talked about. I feel like it shows up in the media and we just read it. You know what I'm saying? Like it shows up in the media. It shows up on news. It shows up on your news feed on Facebook or whatever platform you're on. You can just read it. It's like, oh, that's interesting. That might come up in conversation, but most likely it doesn't. But I have the benefit of being surrounded by intellectual people that don't just read this shit, but are willing to have an open conversation about it. And I feel like more of us should want that. So I'm gonna sit on here. I'm gonna drive around for a little bit more, 10, 15, 20 minutes more. And I'm gonna leave the comment section open. Any questions or anything like that, any suggestions for other games to play during the diluted content, feel free to chime in on that. Ah, come on. Oh no. I knew it. I was going too fast. One of these buttons. Not that one. That's the wrong one. Come on. Come on. Okay, thank you. I seen you. I didn't touch you, bro. Don't come over here messing with me. I seen you coming. I guess this is a new drift hangout spot. What people used to be doing. Oh, and I guess I'm going the wrong way. I'm being an asshole. Everybody used to go to this place at the airport. It's kind of off map a little bit, and you would have to fly to it. The Crew 2, like, you can seamlessly switch between your car and like a boat or a plane. So you will have to switch to your plane, which you can do with a button. It's one of the buttons. That button right there, and you can just switch to other vehicles. And you would have to fly to this this location where there's like an airport, and a lot of people who just came here and like mine this GTR, you know, I spent hours trying to customize. It's got 2B on it, and Eura for the glory of mankind. Like, I mean, thousands of decals to create this. And then, so a lot of people would just kind of do car meets there, drift around there. Too fast. Too fast, I'll spin out. Let's try something else. Let's go. It's 3 o'clock now. Not 3 o'clock. I'm at 1:16. I give it a little bit more time. I see somebody else just hopped in here. I kind of touched on quite a few topics, and I just kind of gaming here, giving people some time to kind of contemplate the conversation that I had here with myself, and leave it open for anybody to talk about or discuss any other topics. Bring a new notion to the group here. Let's see if I can still do this shit. God damn it. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, this one's straight. This one's straight. I can do this. Oh, that was so bad. Oh, that was so bad. Okay, I got it now. Alright, we try it one more time. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. That was the right angle. Oh, come on. I wasn't turned enough. See what these guys are doing. God damn it. It's left brake, right brake, right? Left brake, right brake. Okay. Left brake, right brake. Left brake, right brake. That's it. Okay, okay, I was doing it wrong. Okay, left brake, right brake. Alright. Let's try. Left brake, right brake. That's too slow. Right brake, left brake. Wanna go down there? Don't switch lanes. No, this is tight. Okay, okay, okay. Left brake. Right brake. Ah, oh, come on, come on, come on. I hesitated. Left brake. Right brake. Damn it. I should have held it. Left brake. Come on, come on, come on. Will not brake as a reverse? I don't want to go down that way. Sorry. Got 4 more minutes. Alright, I'm not sure exactly when I'm gonna do my, that's a lot of traffic, do my next, next little stream here. I work for a living. This is Just something that I'm kind of throwing together on spur of the moment. That was horrible. That's that bullshit. Why won't you turn all the way? Doing something wrong. That's what it is. That's what it is. You have to reverse it because you're going in reverse, you idiot. You idiot. That's it. Okay. Okay. Okay.